All right, hey everybody, it's Morgan. So you are in my office at our restaurant. You can see our nice dead flowers in the background from our 1 year anniversary for the store. But we just bought this whiteboard and I thought, hey, I'll put it to use before we put it up because a lot of people have been asking me about volume. And volume is a really important topic to take your business to the next level. So as a new coach, all your income is going to just come from commission, which is great. That's how everybody starts. Once you become an Emerald coach, that's when you start benefiting from team cycles. And that's when volume comes into play. And that is when your income starts to grow. Your commission will probably remain the same the whole time you're a coach, but your team volume is what is going to grow your income, okay? So I'm going to base it off my situation, and I'm going to explain how your situation can be different as well, okay? So I got me at the top. See that. So I've got me at the top, right? I've got Susie here. I became an Emerald coach. I got Susie and Mary, okay? Those aren't my two coaches. So I am officially an Emerald coach, all right? So that's great. Now I am signed up under, say John is here. No, I want him on the other side. So say my sponsor coach is Lacey. Lacey. These are Lacey's legs. She put me on her left leg. Great. So this is me, and then I put Susie and Mary to be an Emerald coach. So I'm probably going to see, if Lacey's actively building, I'm probably going to see some coaches show up over here because she's adding coaches on that leg. So this would be considered my strong leg, and this would be considered my weak. Some people are not going to see coaches added to either of their legs. That's okay. Many coaches have built without coaches being added to them. No big deal. Okay? So that doesn't matter. That just means you're going to grow 2 even legs. It's not a bad problem. You just alternate keeping your legs even. Totally cool. You never know when one leg's going to take off as you're strong or you're weak. And it doesn't matter for team cycles. It can alternate between your legs. So this is going to be my strong leg, my weak leg. So Susie's my personally sponsored coach. These coaches aren't my personally sponsored, but they'll contribute to my volume. So when you are an Emerald coach, for every 200 volume on your strong leg to 100 on your weak leg, you cycle once. As an Emerald coach, that's $14. Ruby, $16, Diamond, $18. That's the max. That's why you want to get to Diamond as fast as you can. So how do you see your volume? Go into your online office, go to My Business tab, and go to My Volume. You're going to see 2 columns. One's for right leg, one's for left leg. That's how you can figure out strong and weak as well. If one volume's higher than the other, you know that's your strong, that's your weak. Okay, so that's where you see your volume and how many times you're going to cycle. If your volume is 1,000 on your weak leg and your volume's crazy over here, so this is the limiting factor, and you want to see how much money you'll make, go 1,000. How many times does 100 go into it? 10 times, 10 times. Say you're an Emerald coach, 14 is $140 in team cycles. Okay? So that is how it works. So say I have a super strong leg, lots of volume, lots of volume. The number one thing I want to focus on is getting to Diamond, okay? So I need Susie. These coaches don't count for my Diamond because they're not personally sponsored. So I would need Susie. I need another one, another one, another one, and I would need one of these to be Emerald. Say Susie's an Emerald coach, say Mary's becomes an Emerald, because Diamond is 4 on each side plus 1 Emerald, right? So say I'm a Diamond coach. Awesome. I'm going to cycle at 18. Now my focus is obviously solidifying Diamond, because all 8 of these people will probably not be with you forever. So you want to keep building your team. How I think of it, I tell my coaches that Emerald should take a week. Signing 2 coaches should take a week. So that's what I do. Every week I focus on signing 2 new coaches. If I tell my coaches they can become Emerald in a week, you better believe I am. So I just tell myself I'm going to be Emerald every single week. I'm going to sign 2 coaches. So keep adding. Okay, I want some buffers on each side. I want to help more people hit emerald and add more coaches, make it solid. But I'm also looking at volume, okay? If this volume is crazy, where am I putting most of my coaches? Over here, because I want to cycle more. If this is capped out, this is maxed out, there's plenty here, this is the limiting factor. So I want to add volume on this side. How do I do that? I personally add coaches, and I help these coaches grow their team. So in my case, I have a really strong leg. So most of my coaches, once I was solidly diamond, I loaded over here, okay? Loaded. It gets to a point you want to keep in mind capping out. For example, a diamond coach caps out at $2,000 in team cycles a week. So you want to keep in mind balance. To be a 1-star diamond coach, Mary would just have to be diamond. To be a 2-star diamond coach, you can come in, I'm just making a volume video for them. To be a 2-star diamond coach, keep in mind you need a diamond on each leg. To be 5-star, you need 3 on one side, 2 on the other. So you can look up the cap out amounts, you can look up all that on Google, so that's something to keep in mind. But basically, you want to maximize on the amount of times you can cycle. So if you're even, that's okay, I would just go back and forth. But if you're like me and have a strong and a weak leg, you want to get more volume over here. So you want to add coaches and really help this side explode, okay? So I hope that sort of makes sense in maximizing your volume. You want to cycle as many times as possible. So strong versus weak leg, that's what you want to do. If you're even, that is okay. Grow both sides evenly. If you're uneven, once you're a solid diamond, load the other side. And when I sign up coaches, it's hard to know who's going to be a rock star, but if I really think they are, they're going to go on my weak leg, okay? All right, so when you're signing up a spouse, I need a bigger tissue. The reason lots of people say to put them on their weak leg is because that's where they want volume. And if they're going to grow their spouse, that's the smartest place to put them. Because if you're going to grow them, you want them on your weak leg because you want the volume over there. Okay, so if I put Steven here, which he is, that's great. So when I add up coaches on this side, they're automatically going to add to him as well. So then when I add, this side builds, so this side automatically gets going because all these coaches are adding. So once that side starts to grow and become his strong leg, I set my preferred placement to be, say his numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go into preferred placement and put preferred under 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on left leg. Okay? Because what happened was I just put them on the outside and I grew this volume big, and then I realized, well, Steven could be cycling because he's got all this volume but nothing on this side. So this was his 200 leg and this was his 100, but he had nothing. So what I did, I set my preferred placement to his number. They're still my coaches. I'm just setting my preferred placement. This is in your online office. I put it to here and on his left. So then my coaches, when they came on this side of me, went here. So now I am benefiting still from all this volume. It's my 100, but now Steven's basically double dipping on that as well. So he's cycling, okay? On this side, say Steven was on this side, same thing, that's okay. Tons of coaches would get added to this leg. I would say preferred placement 1, 2, 3, 4 on the right side, okay? If this side's growing already, or I would alternate between the two. So that is how volume works. So basically, you just want to maximize on the 100 to 200 ratio. If you're even, totally cool. If you're not, you want to get to diamond as quickly as possible so you can get the biggest team cycles, solidify your diamond, then start loading your weak leg so you can benefit off of that volume. Once you're 2-star, you get to open up a second business center under yourself. So say I'm going to put my second business center on my weak leg, just like a spouse. So you got a coach here, here, and say I put Morgan. I've got my second business center. Boom. Yeah, second business center. So when you're 2-star, I'm going to put myself under here. I could have put myself under Steven's weak leg too. If this was Steven, I could have put myself here too. I would have been my own coach, but remember, preferred placement, I'm just saying to go over here. Then once I open up my third business center, where do you think it's going to go? If this is the strong leg, I'm going to put my third CBC on my weak leg and grow it there. It's basically just maximizing on team cycles through that weak leg. Now again, I'm Success Club partners like you've seen with like Bonnie and Nikki and Laura and Becca and all that stuff. And all of our situations are different. Me and Becca have a super strong leg and a really weak leg. Whereas Bonnie and Nikki, their legs are exactly even. So they put coaches evenly on both sides because they have to grow both to maximize. Whereas I'm loading the one side. There's no yes or no right or wrong way. You just always have to keep rank in mind as well. Because I don't want no coaches on my strong leg and all of them on my weak leg because I won't be able to rank advance. I need a diamond on each to be 2-star. I need 3 and 2 to be 5-star. And to be 10, I need 5 and 5. So you still have to place on both sides. But for the majority, you want to maximize on team cycles, okay? So cap out, for example, Emerald, you cap at 250 for team cycles. Ruby is 1,000. Diamond is 1,000. Or sorry, 2,000, 1-star, and then it just keeps going up, 3,000. That's your cap out for team cycles, not commission. Okay, so yeah, so that's your cap out. So you want to maximize on volume. That's why lots of people, they can be like a 10-star diamond coach making $1,000 off team cycles. They're missing out on $9,000 because they're not capping out. Sure, their rank's high, but they're not making a lot of money. Then you can get another 10-star that's capping out because their volume's so high. So that's why rank isn't everything. That's why volume's super important. That's why the rest of the leadership ladder is super important, okay? And I know that's a lot of information, but it comes. And then once you are a diamond coach, you also start to earn, what's it called, matching bonus. So you earn 10% off of the team cycles that your diamond coaches make. So say Virginia made, say she made $1,000 in team cycles, cycling 200 to 100. I make 10% of that, okay? I make $100. All right, sorry for the break there, guys, but that is the basics of the volume training. I'm going to attach a couple videos in the comments of this video as well, some trainings that really help me understand volume at a greater depth too. So when you've got time to dive into a little bit more training, I'll attach those videos that helped me as well. So I hope that helped. If you've got any questions, be sure to ask me.